back to my channel and happy Foundation Friday. I'm super excited to share with you this $14 foundation that you can buy on Amazon from a brand that I have never heard, but one of you told me about it. So let's get to it. Before we do that, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. All right, so before we get started, I'm just gonna do something I never do. If you don't mind scrolling down and hitting the bell notification next to the word subscribe, it seems that my videos aren't popping up on people's feeds, and that will really help you keep in contact with me and know when I upload so you can watch if you choose to. All right, so have you guys ever heard of the cosmetic line called Undone? I had never heard of it before, ever. And one of you, which I won't say the name in case you want to remain anonymous, actually emailed me or did they Instagram me? I forget. But they told me, hey, you got to check out this line and it's super reasonable. It's on Amazon and it's also cruelty-free. I was like, what? Apparently you can also get it at Target, but I wanted to mention that you can get it on Amazon because for all of my overseas friends that can use Amazon. The foundation we're talking about today is this guy right here. It is called the Unfoundation Glow Tint Skin Loving Coconut Extract Light Coverage. It is vegan as well, which I was just like, oh my God, amazing. Vegan, cruelty-free, another affordable brand. Let's do this. So I've actually been wearing this quite a bit. The color range, I will tell you, is really lackluster. It is only just several colors, maybe 6 or 7 colors. So I hope that by bringing light to this type of brand and this brand that they can expand their color range, because I really think that obviously they need it, especially in the deeper skin tone ranges. Did you know that Target has a clean at Target, just like clean at Sephora? I love that. So just so you know. They have a lot of other products that I did not get. I did get their cream blushes, and I did get the eyeliner that I talked about in the last couple of videos. Love it. It's a liquid eyeliner. But today we're going to be focusing on the foundation. Okay, so it is a dimethicone-based foundation, just so you know that. But I do not see any fragrance in here, and there's nothing to my nose. But if you are sensitive to coconut oil is almost the last ingredient on this list, but just so you know. All right. So this foundation is a light coverage, this kind of sheer, lightweight, kind of everyday, you know, foundation. I am in buttercream medium light. Okay, now I'm gonna apply it to this side of my face, and then I'm gonna show you with a primer because in my opinion, this foundation needs a primer. So I'm gonna put the foundation on this side first with no primer. I'll scoot you in here in just 1 second. But I'm gonna show you on this side of the face with a primer because I feel like if you want this foundation to last, you are going to have to use a primer, and they don't have one as far as I saw. This foundation is really nice and hydrating. It is very easy to go on with your hands. I would suggest that's how you do it. And if you are oily and want to use this foundation, look, I mean already, look how beautiful that is. If you want to use this foundation, if you are oily, just make sure you use a primer that is for your skin type because it is so nice and hydrating. Okay, so this is a great place to stop, and I will scoot you in. All right, so you can see that half of my skin is done, and I will show you what I do to build up a little bit of coverage. But this is how pretty it is. It is literally a slap on and go foundation. But I'm gonna tell you in advance, I did not get a lot of wear time with this foundation. Honestly, like maybe 4 hours or 5 hours. It came off on a lot of things. So this is just a very like easy breezy tinted moisturizer when you use it like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer that I reviewed recently that I love. I can use the Bite one too. I've done that as well. But you definitely, with this, you need to use a primer that is going to elongate the wear. I don't find that it sits into any fine lines or pores. This foundation is not one of those because it is so moisturizing. It's like a moisturizer with a little bit of tint in it. Oh, obviously it's tinted moisturizer. But you know what I mean. Like it goes on so nicely. So we're gonna let that sit just for a few moments while I build up the other side. So I do kind of let it sit for a second. It's not tacky, it's not sticky. It literally becomes a second skin. You don't need to set it without this primer like this at all. Honestly, it's a really beautiful foundation. But I find that if I want to get a little bit more coverage, I need to build it up, but I need to let the layers in between dry. I hope that makes sense. So this is pretty much where I would build this foundation up to. Whenever you kind of go in with a brush or a sponge, it starts to look pretty cakey, and you don't really get much more coverage than this. So now let's do the other side. And it really does elongate the wear when you use a primer. So pick your favorite. It doesn't have to be the Urban Decay one. But it goes on beautifully over the nose as well. I don't think it would sit into fine lines around the eyes if you wanted to go up under just like that. So here we are. So this foundation just sets really, really quickly. It's beautiful, but it is not a full coverage. It is a light coverage tinted moisturizer, and it's called light coverage. So this is exactly what it is. It's to give you this nice, beautiful light wash of color over the skin. All right, love, so here it is. Everything is on. There is no powder on me. I have the 2 cream blushes that I will link below on. I have set the blush with just a little bit of powder. I like the cream blushes. I think they're nice. They don't have a ton of pigment, but if you are new to cream blushes or just want like a really simple flush, very inexpensive, they would be good to get. I also forgot I did get their bronzer, the Undone bronzer. It's really red. I do think this bronzer would be better for maybe more medium skin tones. It's just really red for somebody fair like me. So that's just kind of some feedback on the other products that I have tried from them. But that liner is worth getting. So my overall thought on this, foundation is it's really pretty. It definitely is just a very light coverage. There are a lot of other ones I think on the market that are just as good, but I don't know if they're just as good as the price for it. I mean, it's 14 bucks for 1 fluid ounce. It's actually more, 1.13 fluid ounces. So, and it's vegan, cruelty-free, all of that. So I don't know. I mean, I think it might be absolutely something to go to your nearest Target to look for, or to Amazon and see. I hope that they expand their color range. But let's go into some natural light and see what it looks like. All right, so here we are in natural light. I'm going to tell you that this foundation is not that long wearing. So we are going to give it a wear test, but we're going to really be giving this side a wear test. And I did powder it, so I've tried this a million different ways, and I did powder it one time to see if it would help, and it maybe gave me another half an hour. But just so you know, it's a very kind of like gym, beach, on the go friendly foundation, but it's just not super long wearing. But I'll let you see it up close. It looks like skin, and I love that I don't have to powder it. I think it's fantastic. It's just a slap on and go. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. All right, love. So I am in the process of editing the video as we speak, just because that's what I do when I do these Foundation Fridays that last several hours. This is 2 hours later, just so you know. And this is actually a new Colourpop lip gloss, or liquid lip with a lip gloss on it. I'll link it below, but it stayed on forever. But I've noticed that my concealer is way too light. My bad. I chose the wrong color in a little bit of a hurry, but I also didn't really think that you guys could see the way that the foundation looks. So I wanted to make sure that you guys got a good take on what this is. It's 2 hours later. It still looks really good. Pretty standard, for the course, par for the course for this foundation. No side looks better than the other. Primer hasn't really made a difference yet, but I just wanted to give you that little check-in. All right, see you guys soon. I'm grabbing the last bit of light here for the end of this video. It is a total of 6 hours, so I just wanted you to see. I actually don't really notice a huge difference between the primer side and this side, to be honest with you. So, but it's coming off on my nose a little bit, but this is pretty much as long as I've gotten the wear. So I guess I was wrong that you need a primer with this. Obviously, it's going to help if you want it, though, to last like maybe 8 hours or 9 hours. But where we stand right now, it's gotten really nice and glowy and dewy. It's coming off around this area of my face. But it's not a super long wearing. It doesn't claim to be a super long wearing one, but overall 14 bucks, vegan, cruelty free, pretty in general natural ingredients, accessible brand. Like, let's lift this brand up. If this interests you, this kind of coverage, like 14 bucks, let's do it. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all on the next one. Lots of love from me to you.
Bye, guys.